In five, four. Okay. Hey everybody, welcome to Nga. Yes, here I am in my spooky shadow realm doing an improv live stream right here. Recently, our Hunger Games simulator on nga.org, our website that Eternal created for us, has exploded in popularity. Or, I mean, more specifically, it's been quite popular for about a year now, garnering, I think, 2.5 million impressions and over 1 million clicks to the site in the past year, which means the Hunger Games simulator itself is way more popular than me, and it is quite whack that this has happened. So I figured, even though I don't do content related to this, it is relevant enough considering it is on our website. So we're just going to go over a little tutorial on how to use it because a lot of people have been asking, joining the Discord server for it, etc. So for people in the future who may search this up, we are going to just kind of cover all the bases of how the Agma Schwa Hunger Games simulator works. I'm joined by Eternal, the one who actually made it, and
Hello.
yes, indeed. And so, if anybody is in the live chat who has questions about it as we go along, you can feel free to ask, and we'll see if we know how to answer. All right, I'm gonna switch over to the normal streaming screen. All right, looks like we got a few people here. All right, very epic. All right, Eternal, would you like to give a brief introduction into what the Hunger Games simulator is in its essence?
What is that? Should I explain what a Hunger Games simulator is in general, or is that typically? Can I assume that people know that, or
It's, I think people can be assumed to know. It's a click through simulator of randomly generated events of like in a Hunger Games theme. Things happen, characters that you create die until one is a winner. Boom, Hunger Games. This is not the first one to exist. It is just
pretty much?
yeah, it is just a version that Eternal created after we felt rather dissatisfied with the ones that already did exist at the time. And so here it
Mhm.
is. And apparently it's not blocked on school Wi-Fi's, and it became very popular.
Yeah, and that's also a good point that you mentioned, and that we made this one because obviously there are other Hunger Games simulators. This is by no means the first one, but the main reason why we made this one is because it's, at least we feel, it's more convenient to use. Because with the old one, this is a bit technical, but it's a multi-page application based on, it runs on PHP. It uses an external server, which means every time you click next, it has to send a request to a server and get some state back, and so on and so on. And it won't let you upload certain images and so on. It just causes more problems than it does actually do things well. And because of that, we decided, hey, we can probably fix all of that. So we, or mostly I, made this, which is basically our own take on a Hunger Games simulator. And the main differences are that you can play this offline if you want. At least it is theoretically possible. I'm not sure if your browser will let you do that, because of web development is weird because of course issues and content security policy and all of that. So I haven't actually tested that, but it might work. But the general principle is still that this runs in your browser entirely. It doesn't make any requests anywhere unless you like tell it to fetch an image from a URL or something. So this runs in your browser. You can save the state, reload it later to at least, or at least not the state of the game, but the setup. And any image that the browser can render just works. That's also a thing.
Yes,
And what we've
indeed.
added recently is that when you save your setup, it also saves the images properly this time, because it used to not do that. It was horribly broken. But now it should work. However, as a result, the saves can get rather big. If you upload like 10 2 megabyte images, then you download the save, it's going to be 20 megs, more or less. because we have to save all that data.
Yes, indeed. And so, yeah, it works quite well. We've done live streams with it before, and it's been a good time. So let's start with like the basics, right? So
Mm-hmm.
obviously there is a character creation section down here whenever you scroll down past all the intro stuff, right? And you can add a bunch of characters on here. Is there a limit at all to the amount of characters you can have in
The
it?
limit is how much RAM your browser is willing to spend on this.
Gotcha, gotcha. So yeah, we don't need a huge amount of characters right now, but you know, all you gotta do is it's pretty self-explanatory in here. Like if I wanted to add an image, I can go and browse my files. I could go just like pick a picture. Like boom, I'm gonna pick this cactus picture right here for this one. Boom, I'm gonna
Well,
go and pick this pasta picture for another one.
it's one way to upload images. There's a second way.
Yep.
And what you can do is you can search for an image and just paste the URL here and click on OK.
That's right. I'm gonna search up an image of Knuckles, presumably from Sonic. Why not? And I'm going to view this file, and we're gonna just kind of copy this link,
That works.
and
Alternatively, you can right click and there's typically an option to do that.
boom, and there he
And
is,
there it is.
just like that, just like that.
By the way, uh, GIFs also work with this. So if you have something that's animated, as long as your browser can render it, it works.
Ooh, I don't.
Speaking of, as long as your browser supports it, we do not support Internet Explorer. Just
Oh,
getting that one out there.
got him.
I'm not dealing with supporting Internet Explorer 6 or anything. Like, this uses HTML5 dialog tags. If your browser is older than 10 years, it will just not work. Okay? So just
Tragic.
making that one clear.
For the millions and millions of people who are using Internet Explorer right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right. Yeah, so we don't need to do too many right now as a starter example, and I don't think I have any convenient GIFs on hand, but just know the GIFs do
You can
work.
just search for someone in Google, I suppose.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see.
What?
Meme GIF. Why not? Let's see what happens when we search up a meme
See what
GIF.
happens.
Does he move? There we go. All right. There we go. Copy image
Copy
link.
image link. And I haven't tested this, but so long as your browser can render images or GIFs, that should just work, I think.
Yep, there we go.
There you go.
Look at
Look.
that. Moving GIF right
Yeah.
there. Boom. All right.
Because it's not doing anything special to the images. It's just asking the browser to display an image.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
all it's doing.
Nice. Very nice. All right. So let's add some names on here. I'm just going to call this one Kyle. Let's call this one Pasta. Let's call this one Knuckles. Let's call this one Knuckles. And then Monkey. There you go. And then you have pronouns on here. You got a drop down menu, or you could choose other, and you can insert them going nominative, accusative, genitive, and reflexive. Just so it can fit the various grammatical situations that are coded into the game. Yeah, so you could do any of those. We'll switch them around to do some things on there. There you go.
There's also the no pronouns option, which will just use the character name.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead.
Yes, indeed. So you got all your various options there. Let's see. Anything else we need to do on the start screen before we go in, or should
Well, every character has to have a name currently. So if you want to keep all, if you scroll down, you've
Yeah.
added a bunch of empty characters. If you want to keep those, you can do that.
we? Yeah,
They just have to have names.
I see. Yeah, we don't need them.
You can, we can delete. You can delete some of them, or give one of them a name and see what happens if you don't add an image.
Gotcha. Here
You don't have to have an image.
we're gonna delete a few of them with the old delete character button. We'll leave one, but it should, not appear in the game because it doesn't have a name. There you go.
Well, I mean, no, it's an error. Click on Start Game. You'll see.
Oh, One or more character names are empty.
And
Gotcha.
fun fact, that dialogue, you can drag that around if you want to.
Look at that. Look at that. Homebrewed.
Sort of. We're using a dialogue tag, but the
Yeah.
moving around is implemented from scratch, basically. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Just, you can add a new a character, give it a name, and then leave the image blank to see what happens.
Let's see. Jeff. All right, we're in. Yep, and there's
Oh,
Jeff.
yeah,
And
it
there's
seems like I removed that. We had a oh, I see. I changed that. We had a default image. We used to have a default image, but not anymore. See.
oh, all right. Well, now you got just Jeff as the text in there.
Yeah, it just puts the text in there now because that's the old text probably or something.
Gotcha. Well, as you can see, whenever you enter the Hunger Games simulator, it begins with the bloodbath as usual, and then pretty much all you got to do after this is just kind of click through or abort the game. So you get to see who dies, and you can see all the situations that are written down here. Knuckles bashes a monkey's head in with a mace. Pasta convinces Knuckles not to kill her,
Convinces Agma.
only to kill him instead. Jeff runs away with a lighter and some rope, and Kyle grabs a backpack and retreats. And yeah, basically you just keep on going through, watching as people die off.
I see that. That's an interesting event. Jeff catches Knuckles off guard and kills them. That's not terribly surprising, seeing as Jeff seems to be completely invisible. Like, no surprise that he caught him off guard then.
Oh my god. Jeff wins. I hear gains 5
Fortunately,
points.
Jeff gets sickled.
Never mind. Sorry, Iron Maniac. Jeff just got yeeted with this sickle. Interesting. All right. Yeah, but basically, then at the end of every day, you get the Fallen, and obviously here, 4 of the 5 characters. Actually, there's 6 because we added Jeff. 4 of the 6 characters have fallen. They appear in the black and white, and then you just proceed up, and there you go. Pasta taints Kyle's food.
Think about that for a second. Pasta taints Kyle's food. What does that mean exactly? What are the implications of this?
Oh god, Kyle tried to eat pasta. But pasta was tainted. And then boom, rest in peace, Kyle. And the games have ended. The winner is Pasta. This one went by very quick because there was only like a few characters in there. But obviously, you know, you add more characters on there. The Hunger Games had like 12 tributes. So, you know,
times 2, so that's 24.
Oh yeah, 24, exactly. So 24 would get you a standard Hunger Games length round with all kinds of drama and intrigue and things like that, but this is just an example here. And then at the end you get to see who died when, and the whole process of everything that happened. And then you get the winner, and then you also get how many people each character killed. So Pasta was a true serial killer in this situation. Nobody else got more than one.
Also, since you're mentioning killers, there was a bug fix recently because it was a long-standing bug to where if like multiple characters died in an event, the killer would only be awarded 1 kill instead of, well, however many died. That's fixed now, though.
Nice. All right. Yep. So that's what you get there, and then it takes you back to the home screen, and your characters that you created the previous time are still logged. All right. So
you can save them if you want to.
Yep, exactly. So like, there's a save characters button right here, up at the top, and
let's try that real quick, shall we?
Yes. So we hit the save characters button. Right, and then boom, instantly in my downloads, there's a character. I see. Rest
so let's just leave that in the background for now. But what you can do is you can reload the page.
Gotcha. So we reload, refresh.
That wipes everything, and now you can click on load characters, and you should be able to upload them.
All right. So if we browse our files, and then I go to downloads, if my
Someone in
computer's
chat is
gonna.
saying, I like Pasta as a character.
Pasta really had some character development in there, not gonna lie. A solid story arc. Boom, there you go. I just loaded it in for my downloads, the characters.json, and there we
Mm-hmm.
go. They're all back like nothing ever happened. So if you have a
Download.
scenario or a set of characters that you really like and you want to do it more with your friends or something, then boom, you can just save that and then do another Hunger Games round just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
There's also a few more things that you can do with this, so we
yeah,
can go into a few more options.
yeah, go for it. So, how about upload images
The
here?
That's something that someone else added actually,
Oh
not me.
yes, is
But
that's what
we added.
S. Paul Mark did?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. So what that feature is, we can test if this still works. I haven't tested it in a while. Um, but what that lets you do, if you click on it, it should let you select multiple images.
Okay, let me go to my picture file or whatever. I'll choose like some and I'll flunk. I'll do a mountain. I'll do the incorrect placement of Sudan map. Let's
It
see
shows
if
you the list, and if you click OK and scroll down, it has added
ah
all of those characters and the names of the file names.
there we
So
go.
that's if you have a list of images and you want to, because a while back, actually a long time ago, I think that was a year or two ago, we did an IPA tier list.
Yep.
So if you still have those, you can just dump in all the IPA characters.
Oh geez.
And then we can truly fight it out and see what IPA sound is really the best.
Oh god. That would
We can do that later. We can do that later.
yeah,
But let's
that
maybe
would take
finish
a while.
explaining some of the features. Right?
Yes. All right.
We should do that first. So
Yes.
that's the upload images button. Now there's two more buttons. One is the change log. That's just where I put changes. If something changes, it's like most recent at the top, so you don't have to scroll down.
Gotcha.
Oh, and that also leads me to a second point, because this is a linguistics, or rather a website for a linguistics YouTuber, but there were some linguistics related events in there. That some people, that we have gotten the feedback that some people find them confusing
Yes.
for rather obvious reasons, so they are
Yeah.
now disabled by default.
Yes. That they used to be in there no matter what, and a blogger and a couple YouTubers said that they had no idea what that meant, and so now, the people who know my channel can go in to the settings or
Yeah.
somewhere and
It is
make
in
it
settings.
happen.
Go back.
Let's see.
We've
Edit
added stuff to the
events.
settings. There's edit events that brings up the events list. The
Gotcha.
event list. That's the old screen. If you click on that one,
Aha.
it's a second dialog that you can also drag around, by the way.
Oh, look at that. Hey. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. And then,
If you scroll far enough down, you'll find them.
I see. I see. Day, feast, all. Oh, there we go. Yes. Okay, the ones all labeled Big Lang.
Yeah.
Yep. So these are all the events here. They're unchecked. You could check them to put them back in.
Yeah, you can just click anywhere on the thing. You can also click on the text. You don't
Oh,
need to
nice.
click the text box. Exactly, yeah.
How
Then if you
convenient.
apply, you click apply or OK, it will enable them. If you click cancel, it just discards your changes.
Gotcha. All right. So those
You
are
can do
in.
some more. Yeah. So this is the event list, as I like to call it, or actually, it's technically a list of event lists, because there's different event lists for the different stages of the game. Some that can only happen during the day or during the night, because if it's related to someone sleeping, then it's probably an event that happens during the night, and so on.
Exactly.
But there's also a big all list at the bottom, I believe.
Ah, there we
Yeah,
go.
those can happen at any time.
I see. Gotcha. Very
Mhm.
cool. And then, how would you describe these columns to the right?
Basically, obviously the big center. Okay, first of all, the checkbox on the very left is, well, it's enabled, obviously, and then the text in the middle. That's the event message, and you can see this is a format string for the people who are familiar with C. The format is explained in detail in the add events screen. We'll get there in a second. After that, we have the players column. This is you don't have to input that gets determined automatically. That's how many players an event involves. So basically, this event involves 4 players, meaning if there are only 3 players, it can't happen. It needs 4 players.
Gotcha.
The
Gotcha.
thing to the right of that is the event list. That's mostly, you can ignore that. That's an internal thing, basically. For instance, if you scroll down a bit more, we get back, and we see all the big Lang events are in the big Lang event list. And actually,
Exactly.
any event that is in the big Lang event list is loaded as disabled by default.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
The columns after that is not a single value. It's a comma-separated list of the players that die in the event and the players that kill someone in the event. For instance, if we go down a bit to that event that says 2301,
Oh, there we go.
this one, it says 0 and 1 fight, 2 and 3, 0 and 1 survive. You see 0 and 1 survive, meaning they kill the other two. So 2 and 3 die and 0 and 1 survive, and it starts at 0 because that's
Gotcha.
a program thing.
Yep, and then you just gotta put them with the percent sign.
Yeah. Again, so this just lists all the events that are in this session, and this isn't permanent. If you I think this actually might be in local storage, but I'm not sure. But I think if you reload the page, it just resets it. So if you want to save it, what you can do is you can click on download.
Aha.
That will save the event list, just like you saved the characters earlier, and then you can re-upload them. And there's actually two ways to upload them. There's upload and add, and upload and replace.
Gotcha.
Upload and add is if you're just adding events. That will keep all the events that are there and add yours. Upload and replace will yeet everything that's here and just replace it with yours.
I see. I see. And
There's
so
the reset button that will reset the event list to the built-in state.
all right, and then this will reset to their built-in state. Continue. Yes. And there you go. They're
Around these should be disabled again.
Yep. Beautiful. All right.
So that's how you can save, upload, restore this. There's also clear, which does what you would expect.
Remove all events. Continue, and then it's gone. But luckily,
It's gone.
I can I can do either
can
of these
upload.
probably, and then
In this case, you can do either.
yeah,
because,
exactly.
it's empty.
And then I can go into
It's
my
working on it.
downloads. If my computer decides to actually work, this is a bit
the
of
JSON file, has it managed to open the JSON file yet or no?
yeah. Well, I don't know. I haven't even checked that.
Oh,
All
God.
right, let's see. Come on, come on.
This might take a bit because it's
There we go.
uploading it. There we go. There we go.
And it's
So
back.
if you're uploading a big save, it takes a bit.
There it is. Boom.
Okay,
Everybody's
there's one
back.
more button, and that's the add button. That one is the most complicated one. That
Whew.
opens yet another dialogue.
Oh, there we go.
For instance, a verb that ends in Y, if in the third person singular, that gets changed to IES, and we have a special format character. That's the Y there that you can insert. If you look at the third one from the bottom.
I see. I see. Oh, interesting. So what situation would one need to use this? Like,
For instance, if you add like then one flies away or something at the end.
oh, I
have to use
gotcha.
that.
I gotcha. I can't think of one to put in here right now.
Actually, that's
Oh, I got it. I got an idea. I'll use flies, but I'll go fly and FL and then percent. I mean and whatever. Yeah, percent Y. And, oh
Well,
God. And two.
okay. This is a bit of a complicated one because in here it doesn't make sense because %2 will always be replaced by the name, and the name typically takes a singular verb form. So this is just if the pronoun happens to be they, and you have to change it into
Gotcha.
there, or they fly instead of he flies. That's in a
Gotcha.
situation if you want to use the pronoun together with the verb, and you can look for some examples in the event list. But yeah, this is how you create a new event, and you have to enter the deaths and killers because obviously it doesn't actually understand what's going on, just replacing text.
Gotcha. Gotcha. All right, and then we have the deaths and then the killers. In this situation, deaths would be 2 because 2 is the one who dies. And then killers 0 and 1 because they both participate in the act of dancing until 2 dies of shock. exactly. And
And there is some error checking built in. I'm pretty sure if you like uh try to use an invalid format specified, it won't let you. Like if you write %q2 or something. At least I
gotcha.
hope that there is some checking. I haven't worked on the system in a while.
Let's see what happens. Oh,
It accepted that. That's not good. I need to change that. I'm going to file an issue about that.
and then where would that be held in here?
I think at the very it gets added at the very bottom usually. Or where did you added it today? I think so. It would be at the bottom of the day event list.
The bottom of the day event list. Let's see. Oh, hey Hayden. I mean Denny. How's it going? how you doing? We're playing some Hunger Games. All right. Come on. Where's Day at? And there we go. Gotcha. Now, can one edit this right here?
Unfortunately, not at the moment. Some people have already filed issues because of that, and I've opened an issue myself. That's a feature we're going to add eventually, but at the moment you can't, unfortunately.
Gotcha. All right. So if we go back to the ad thing, you have also the nominative, accusative, genitive, and reflexive cases here, right? And that those are for situations that are described here, like linguistics fans will generally know what these mean, but they're described pretty well here on the side. Right, so nominative, the one that will be done with %n2, will be like the subject pronoun, right? Like he, if the pronoun in question is he, and then him for accusative if it's the direct object of the sentence, G for genitive if it's like a possessive or just an otherwise genitive situation in the sentence. And then R is for reflexive, which will basically be the self ending pronouns.
You can actually take a look at the big list, and you'll find some examples of it there.
Yeah,
you
let's
just
see.
look at.
Let's see.
If you go up, yeah, there's one for example. Or there, for instance.
Yeah, see %A1, and since it's the one, it's referring to whatever pronoun the like character number one in this situation is.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Let's see. Are there any other ones? We got a nominative one right here. We got the I.
%I
one right
is
here.
for is or are.
Gotcha. So that's split
Is
between is
resisting
or
or
are.
because if you have they, it's they are resisting.
Uh-huh.
Nominative one followed by whatever form of to be is appropriate.
Yes, indeed. And hello, Alien Overlord USA. Hope you're enjoying our Hunger Games content. But yeah, so it's pretty self-explanatory. It might take a second to like kind of wrap your head around it and type out the rules, but I'm sure if you're like doing a bunch of them, that you'll get the hang of it rather quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And right now, the only way to edit them after creation, unfortunately, is if you download it as a JSON file and edit that and re-upload it.
Oh boy.
Like we can take a look at what those look like. It's not that bad, but
yeah. I'll try
it's
and
not
open up a
as
JSON
intuitive.
file. Let's.
I mean, that's the other one. That one is smaller.
Yeah.
This setting, we can explain that one real quick. This is someone requested that, and then I thought, why not? Let's add it. And this is you can set a fixed number of players that are supposed to die each round, or alternatively a percentage. Or the setting can also be disabled entirely.
Gotcha.
So if you want 4 players to die every round, you can set it. By default, it's disabled to match the original behavior.
Or if you want
and yes,
percent.
you can set it to 100%. You can set it to 100%.
just kill everyone in the first round.
It won't quite work. It will try its very best to do so, but it won't quite work.
Let's see what happens. Oh wow. Yeah,
You just have a massive mortality rate. Because it will try its very best to make that happen.
Damn, look at them go. Look, Kyle just bled out due to untreated injuries. Monkey killed Arujanza with a sickle. Pasta falls into a frozen lake and drowns.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, boom, and then rest
You
in
click.
peace.
That's what happens if you click on an image on this website. If you click on an image, it will zoom in on it. Not Jeff because Jeff doesn't have an image. But
This is one of my favorite images. this this is from a dream I had a few years ago.
oh my
One of
god!
my friends was showing off like his room to me, and in his room there was a massive poster that looked exactly like this that said Sudan, circa 1900, but Sudan was placed entirely where like where Libya actually is in the real world.
Oh my god!
It's so, oh my god, it's beautiful. Rest in peace. Everybody's died, and the winner is Monkey. Yes, congratulations, good job,
Congratulations.
Monkey. Boom,
Yeah.
and there's
So
the stats, and there's
you can
the
also do
kill
the opposite.
streak.
You can set it to 0, and then it will just never end.
Oh no! So they'll
Yeah.
they'll fight each other, but they'll never actually
Yeah.
do it.
It,
Well, this will be a good example of
there is
aborting
again
a
a
game.
chance that because it's random, because there is a chance that it somehow after trying for like 100 times, it still cannot find an event that doesn't kill anyone. So it will pick a one that whatever one comes up. But so it's all probability based, but it's
Oh,
not too likely. Oh, it happens. See, it
it
can
still
happen.
happens. It still happened.
It's probability. It's statistics. It's not perfect.
But there they go. So
And it,
gradually a couple people are dying,
yeah. And
but
it
it's
might
gonna.
also be that it's like rounding up to at least one per round. I might have set it to where it's at least one per round so that it doesn't go on forever.
Damn, Kyle throws a knife into Arajan's head. Absolutely tragic. So yeah, it just lowers the likelihood of it happening, and the winner is Kyle. Good job,
It could
Kyle.
also just be that it's an. I think I implemented it as an upper bound too. No, actually, it's not upper bound, but still, it's so yeah, it's not perfect again because it's random. So yeah,
Gotcha,
but it
gotcha.
more or less works. Like the people that have tried it have told me that it works, and I've tried it and it mostly works. So yeah.
Alien Overlord says this is actually a nice
Hmm.
adaptation of the original simulator. I remember staying up at nights playing around with it. Awesome. You're not
Nice.
alone. You're not alone considering literally like over 1 million people have played it at this point, which is just crazy.
I think it is. It's definitely among the top 3 results on Google if you search for Hunger Games Simulator.
Yeah, exactly. Which again, wasn't expecting that to happen, but happy accidents as Bob Ross likes to say.
Yeah,
Um,
there's a few more links on this page. If you scroll, I mean, at the very bottom, there's the YouTube channel link that's always there.
yeah,
But
exactly.
there's also one at the top, on the top right. There's a link to the Discord
Yup.
and links to where you can open an issue and also what to the source code. So if you can click on that on either link actually.
Let's see what happens. There we go. All right, we're checking my browser. Okay, it wants me to
Oh,
sign
you need
in.
to log into GitLab. That's the thing. We are using GitLab, and you need to make an account to create an issue. But I think the same is true for GitHub. You can't just file an issue without being logged in.
Hang on a second. I messed up your stream window.
Yes, I can see. Yeah,
There you
I can
go.
see that much.
All right,
Okay, there we go.
I'm gonna pull this off the screen real quick so I can log in, if it'll let me.
Uh-huh.
Okay, there we go. Here, 1 second.
Sure.
All right. Let me in. Let me in. If you will. Come on. Come on. There we go. And then it opens that up.
There you go. And you can file a new issue here.
Exactly.
May look a bit different for you because Agma obviously has write access to this repository, so
Yeah, I do have a little extra access on here, but still, you'll be able to put in a title for the issue, a description for the issue,
you can
etc.
also